today. Now, it's still March the 16th because I'm recording these for you since I can't come and see you in person. So we're going to take off our shamrocks. It's no longer St. Patrick's Day. And we're going to move in to talking about cruciferous vegetables. All right? Those are ones that are in the cabbage family. Yeah. Now guess what? The ones we talked about last time. The kale and the broccoli, these are also in the cruciferous family, in the cabbage family. They're Brussels sprouts. Yeah, the little Brussels sprouts, any kind of cabbage in the cabbage family. These are called cruciferous vegetables. And they have something very important, which are called, let's see if I can say it properly. It's a tough word, okay? And it's called glucosinolates. Glucosinolates, okay? Glucosinolates. And what they do in the body is they produce something called indoles, and they help prevent cancer. So that's why we want to get some cruciferous vegetables every day. All right, I've got a really interesting one for you. Guess what's in here? What do you call this? Is that beautiful? This is Romanesque cauliflower. Romanesque cauliflower. They call it Romanesco, or they call it Brocco flower. I kind of like Brocco flower. So it's a cross between cauliflower and broccoli, but all the cruciferous are in the same family. They crossbreed. In fact, if you ever see wild cruciferous where there's been cabbages, you often see it by the lighthouses because the lighthouse keepers used to always grow cabbages, and now there's no one who lives in the lighthouses anymore, so they have wild cruciferous. And you can go stalk the wild cruciferous. But anyway, this is a really interesting one. So this one, I just break off in little flowerets, okay? And you can, and just cook it just like you flour. But it's actually easier than cauliflower because you don't even need a knife. You can just break them off, see? And they're all just bite-sized pieces. So here's something to try. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. It's just beautiful. Okay, so that is our Brocco flower, and it's in the cabbage family, all right? Now remember, if you're steaming vegetables, but I wouldn't steam this one because the thing is about this is you're going to have to cook it a little longer. And it turns out that when you cook green leafy vegetables, this is kind of green because it came from here, but definitely has indoles. So when you absorb the phytonutrients, the plant nutrients, they're best absorbed like lutein and zeaxanthine in the presence of a small amount of fat, right? We want fat, but we want heart-healthy fat. So what kind of fat would that be? Right, olive oil. If you're sauteing this in olive oil, you want to make sure it's at a low temperature because olive oil can be destroyed if you get to high temperatures. So you want a low temperature, and I like to put a little turmeric in when I'm cooking. Turmeric. What's turmeric? Turmeric. It's this bright yellow spice. Yeah, it's this bright yellow spice. People are familiar with this because it's what makes curry yellow. Like if you look at a package of here's Spicely curry Thai seasoning, and the second ingredient is turmeric. The first ingredient is paprika. Paprika. It's a pepper. Yes. Then there's all sorts of things, and that's what gives it this wonderful flavor. But if you're just wanting to get the goodness of the turmeric, then you could just put a little turmeric in the olive oil and then saute the cauliflower or the Brocco flower in the olive oil with the turmeric, and then we're going to add some lycopene in the form of a tomato. Okay, a little cooked tomato. Now you see what's happening is the lutein is being absorbed because of the olive oil. And then we have the lycopene, another phytonutrient in the tomatoes, and then we have this important turmeric. All right, so there's our recipe for a little interesting dish. We're going to move on now to talking about carotene. So thank you so much for sharing leafy greens with me, and thank you for sharing the cruciferous vegetable, this wonderful cruciferous vegetable. And next time, we're going to talk about some of the other phytonutrients, the important antioxidants, carotene. Yes, that's why I brought the pumpkin. Thank you all for your attention.